Hi everyone. Well, first, before we even get started, I want to welcome all the new followers and all the new comments. I love it. And I'm trying to respond to everyone. If I didn't get to you, let me know. I'll get to you. I'll definitely look it up. But today we're going to talk about soul retrievals. Okay? What are soul retrievals? Number one, why do we need them? Number two, what's the best thing we can do before we even start a soul retrieval? And then number four, what will that do for me? Okay, so there's the little things we're going to cover in this little short video, I hope. So first of all, a soul retrieval. Soul retrievals are a shamanic practice. They are done because a lot of times parts of our soul, they believe in the shamanic practice, will leave if we are not providing an environment, a type of living reality that the soul or that part of the soul feels it's supposed to live. Now, where does those parts go? They hide. They hide in different realities. They hide where they're happy, okay? They're all over, but mostly it's in different realities in other parts of you. That takes a little explanation. But as a shamanic practitioner, as I am, what I do is I actually will find where it is. Now, it left because you did not provide an environment for the soul. In other words, you're not listening to your soul. You are not traveling on the path that the soul is supposed to travel on in this lifetime. You are constantly bringing in turmoil, okay? When I was getting divorced, I went to a psychic at one point, and she took one look at me, and she said, "Oh my gosh, your little girl's crying and your little boy is mad as heck. What in the heck did you do to yourself?" Well, there you go. And then I learned, because I worked with a lot of shaman in my healing, that I had certain parts of me that left. They left. And I knew, how do you know you need a soul retrieval in the first place? Does everyone need a soul retrieval? Depends. I'm sure there's some people that don't, but a lot of us do. Because we, especially now in society, we keep putting ourselves into trauma. We keep bringing distress, chaos, toxicity, all these things that hurt us, and present an environment of constant worry, not feeling worthy, angry at ourselves, angry at something, constant turmoil into our lives. Yeah. I can guarantee that parts of the soul are saying, you know what? I have it better over here. I think I'm going to go. You can do whatever you want, but I'm going to go hide over here, right? And then you have this wonderful feeling of not being totally complete. Something's missing. You can't put your finger on it, but you just don't feel it. You just don't feel like it's the same. And something's not complete. You do. And you will feel that it's harder to, even after you heal, you will feel it's hard to move forward in some way. Like if you have been traumatized in relationships, then you're going to have a harder time moving into a relationship because you were constantly in chaos in the relationships. Other things like that, okay? And it doesn't mean just a romantic relationship. It can be friendships. It can be paternal. It can be all sorts of things. So all of these cause some kind of upsetness in us because we're not meant to live in constant turmoil. We just aren't. And yet we are, especially in today's society. So I have a spiritual course that I teach, and I always make sure that when I do the soul retrieval for people, in that, I also do them separately, but when I do it there, and this is key, that the person has an environment in their life now, in their own self-being, you know, how they look at themselves, how they look at themselves in their world, how do they look at their world, the ground chakra, right? So if that is better and is in a calmer place, then the soul will come back with more ease. And when I go out looking for the soul in the soul retrieval, I'll have an easier time bringing it back. But if it does not have, if you are still in chaos, then it'll say no. I guarantee it'll just say no. So what happens when you have a soul retrieval? Why do you want to have one? Well, because number one, you feel complete. I have seen miraculous things happen. There's the segments I've seen, people who have already healed but still were holding relationships at an arm's length or more suddenly are saying, okay, I'm ready. Or people who have lots of ideas but can't put it into practice because they've been injured in creating somehow. So now all of a sudden they're anxious to get it out there. They have these ideas and they're creating like crazy. I have seen a total turnaround from where they were to where they are now after the soul retrieval. So, and did I? Oh my gosh, yes. Because I was healing from a very strenuous, actually traumatic divorce. And it came to a point when I thought to myself, I have to do something. You know, the divorce wasn't over, but I had been trying to heal throughout, which that's difficult to do sometimes. But I was doing it for my kids. I was trying to get a better perspective for my children. And that's when I felt like, even though I was healing, I was having a hard time getting the higher perspective. Maybe my little boy was mad at me still, or the little girl was crying. I don't know. But what I do know was something was missing from in me, because I am always very resourceful. I can come up with millions of ideas in 5 minutes. And I was missing all that. It was like gone. So I asked one of my shaman friends to teach me how to do this and to do a soul retrieval on me. And that person ended up being a teacher of mine, and why now I can honestly say with him and others, I am a shamanic, and I'm on that shamanic journey. I have been for a long time. If people who study with me know it, I just haven't said, but now I am. But anyway, and I learned and I saw, and afterwards, I really do say that that is the reason why my boys who are now grown are really incredible human beings and are not afraid of relationships and are not afraid of love. And they do have this, all three of them, they have this incredible bond where they will talk to each other long after I'm gone. And I just think it's because I was able to come up with ideas after that soul retrieval. I was back to myself, and I was able to save my family. So take a look and just think about, am I complete? And especially after you've been doing some healing. Or if you want to do some healing and you haven't started and you want an easier way to start healing, and contact me on that too. Just, direct message me, DM me. And if you know people who are having trouble with this, or you know that they aren't who they should be or want to be or used to be, then share this. And please leave comments and questions. I love it. And I hope you enjoy this video. I would love to know if you do. If you do love this video, I will talk more about this. If you don't like this video, let me know. I mean, I'm okay with that. It's not a big deal. Everybody has their preference, right? But most importantly, subscribe if you like. I love my followers. You guys are amazing, and you always leave incredible comments. So thank you very much. And I'd like to know what you think. because, or if you've had one and what it did for you. Oh my gosh, I would love that. All right. If you want to check out more, you can go to alenachapman.com, but just DM me. It's easiest. All right. Love you all. Hey, may peace abound in your life and love and joy. Love you all. Take care.